I will now talk about the random encounter, random monster, and random treasure applications. With this, I will discuss the monster creation sheet, or the monster character sheet, and the NPC generator. Random encounter is really nothing more than just an idea generator. You can select a location and a population and disposition and get a random encounter for those properties. You can continue to click on Get Encounter for ideas of potential encounters in these areas, but Random Encounter doesn't build any character sheets for you or save any information. Random Monster can either randomly select a random monster for you, or you can select a monster manually yourself. You can either select from Location Select All Monsters, which will show all monsters from the database, or you can select a location category to filter out monsters for that particular location. You can further filter out monsters from the list by selecting a level for the monster. Clicking Random Monster will select a random monster from the list. If you want to export this monster to use in AutoHARP as a character sheet, you can click Export Monster, and it will create a character sheet for this monster, then open it. The screen you see is the monster editing screen, different from the character editing screen. And you can edit many properties of a monster in this screen, like the armor, shield, resistance, critical information, attacks, talents, skills, spells, and items. You can include this character sheet in a campaign file as well for use in combat. You can create an encounter-like campaign file by including a bunch of monsters here, like a group of 5 orcs and a troll, for example. Random Treasure will generate treasure items based on either the monster or just randomly rolling for magic items in general. For example, I can select Werewolf from the list and click on Generate Treasure. Then it will randomly grab items for each category. There is a % chance that it will not generate an item. If this happens, text will appear in that category indicating that no treasure was generated. You can override this by simply clicking on the individual category buttons. These will bypass the % chance rule. Treasure generated here will not be added to the character's equipment. These are items that are rolled for campaign purposes. The GM can describe to the player the item, and the player can then add that item to their equipment list themselves. The NPC generator will create a random character sheet using information on the level, race, profession, and culture selected. For example, say I wanted to create an elf mage at level 5. I will select elf for race and mage for profession and sylvan for culture. Because I selected mage, a list of spells will appear. These are the spells from the mage sphere. This is different from the new character wizard. You are selecting spells here you want the generator to place ranks into. The more spells you select, the more ranks will be spread out. So for example, at level 5, and because I am creating a pure spellcaster, I should click on at least 4 to maybe 5 spells so that I can spread those ranks out instead of putting all of those ranks into 1 or 2 spells. I click on Generate NPC, which will open a dialog box to save my character. Once saved, I can click Close, and I will be brought to this new generated character sheet. You can adjust this sheet however you want, as an NPC generator is meant to quickly generate a template character sheet. The GM can and should be making adjustments to fit their idea of the character.